Okay, when we started the project, our goal was to break the world record.
Yes.
So if you want to break the world record, you must make something different than other people do.
Yes.
And so our idea was that if you would ride backward, it maybe may have some benefits in comparison with forward driving.
Because what, you would have a smaller frontal area?
There are more benefits, I think. If you drive forward, your head must be over your knees that you see in front of you. And if you drive backward, there is you don't have that restriction.
Yes.
Because your head can be lower than your knees. And if you have a mirror in front of your head, you can see in the direction you're driving.
Yes.
So that is one benefit. The second benefit is if you're driving backward, your driving wheel is near the legs, so you have a direct connection between the chainring and the...
It's very easy for the drivetrain.
For the drivetrain, yes. So
yes.
It's a more efficient energy transmission. And the second thing is, the third thing is, if you're driving backward, the widest part of the body is in the front, and the narrow part is at the back. So if you would like to make a really laminar body, that is not the best position. But if you make a body which is between a laminar body and a turbulent body, it's the right position for that. So we decided to make something between the turbulent body and the laminar body, and the reason for that was that a turbulent body has a quite high air resistance, a laminar body has a very low air resistance, but it's quite difficult to achieve a laminar body in reality. So, and if you have turbulent flow on a laminar body, it's worse than you have turbulent flow on a turbulent body. So we decided to make something in between, so that the body is still quite laminar, but not as laminar that you probably that you would have turbulences on the laminar part of the shape.
But the problem now is riding this bicycle.
Yes,
looking in the mirror.
Riding this bicycle is not such a big problem, most people think.
Yes.
Because we designed the bike so that when I'm steering right, the bike goes left, and I'm steering left, the bike goes right. And since I see in the mirror also the left side on the right side and the right side on the left side, it's exactly as if I would drive in the front direction. So the feeling is exactly the same as if I would drive forward. Yes, it took quite long for me to learn how to ride a bike, but that is not because of backward driving, but because I had no experience on such recumbents.
Now you're a track racer.
Yes, and I always...
Are you an amateur or professional?
I was, nearly professional. As professional as one can be in Slovenia.
Okay, so you ride a lot. I mean, you compete a lot.
Yes, I'm competing on World Championships, on World Cups, and that also quite good results.
So you learned how to ride the bike?
I learned how to ride the bike quite fast, but to ride fast on the bike, it took me nearly 1 year. So after 1 year, I was able to push as hard as I wanted. So the problem was not anymore the balance, but just the problem of power.
Right, and that's training.
That's training, yes.
Yes, and then, so you brought it out here. Was Battle Mountain what you expected to find? Was the road what you expected?
No, it was not. I already at the beginning, I was concerned regarding the safety.
Yes.
Because along the road there are posts.
Yes.
And if you drive really fast, that means, for example, I wanted to break the world record, it means faster than 82 miles per hour. That is the same, and if you hit the post at that speed, that is the same as if you would hit the post in your fair-lined recumbent after a free fall of 60 meters.
Yes.
So, but since you will not hit the post at the full speed, you will first slide on the street, and maybe hit the post at 100 kilometers per hour. That is still the same as if you hit the post after a 40 meters free fall. And that scared me quite a lot. So I asked the organizer to remove the posts before the finish, after the finish, and also to put some hay bales around the bridge. They made everything I said, so I would like to say thank you to them. But when I was thinking more about it, I still was quite afraid to go really fast, because a fall at high speed is not nice at all.
No.
And I spoke with other guys, they said yes, they know it, and therefore you need to have such a bike that you don't fall. And our bike is really a very good bike, but the problem is it was not really ready for such a big competition. So during training, during testing, we had some technical problems, we had a lot of punctures. The main reason for that is that our steering wheel is quite small, it is 18-inch long, and it is very difficult to get the right tires for such a small wheel. And we were testing the tires more or less 1 year, and also at the end we still didn't found the right tires. So we got the racing tires here at Battle Mountain, we didn't test them, and I was scared what would happen if I get a flat tire. So after my quite fast ride yesterday, when I went over 100 kilometers per hour, I decided not to race anymore. But I'm really sad because of that, because I was working on the project for 2 years. I put in the project all my spare time, I put in the project really much money, and then when I came here, that was my dream, to race at Battle Mountain. I'm not able to race fast because that scaredness of the safety. And when I went 100 kilometers per hour, it was really, it was in the aerobic regime. I was really just going. I wasn't pushing hard. It was maybe about 200 watts. And my plan was for the record breaking attempt that I will race right the first 3 minutes in aerobic regime about with power about 300 watts, then 1 minute in the pursuit regime with power about 450 watts, and then the last minute in the kilo regime with power about 100 watts.
100?
With power about 800 watts.
800 watts.
800 watts. And if I would make it, it would be really fast.
The bike would go fast.
The bike, I think, is really fast, and it is possible to break the world record with the bike. But somewhere else, maybe. On the Salt Lake.